we go.
Do you want to introduce yourself and your role here at the college?
I'm James McLaren, the 19th president of Lebanon Valley College. So I want to thank all of our donors for what they do for the college. No matter what the size of the gift, it makes a huge impact. Those gifts to all of these different areas just change lives.
I'm Will Minayev. I'm a sophomore here at LVC, class of 27. I'm double majoring in creative arts and digital media, and I'm an international student. I'm originally from Kyiv, Ukraine.
So Kathy came to campus on a Friday afternoon in August, and we got to talk, and she introduced herself as a former Board of Trustee member. And from there, we just started talking about the students that she had in mind to receive an opportunity to study at LVC. And ultimately, we were trying to find a way in which we could get a student visa so that Roman and Max could study at LVC.
I say this would never have happened without Kathy or Penny. This is like, I will be thankful probably for the rest of my life.
So I think back to moments in LVC's history when I think about how LVC has done the right thing. In the 70s, we brought some students over from Vietnam, and they were refugees there who arrived in Anvil, Central PA, probably in an environment that was completely different to their lives in Vietnam that were upended through war. And we offered them a full scholarship to come to the college and to learn. And now fast forward, we've got a situation again in a country torn apart by war, where we've been able to help individuals with talent whose lives look pretty challenging at home in the Ukraine.
Their parents let them go to the United States to complete unknown people, meaning my friends, Penny, me, Pam, and that took a lot of guts, I think. And I often think about, if I had been in the same situation, what would I have done? I don't know. Probably I would have wanted to get my kid out of that situation.
So Kathy made this huge contribution of gathering people and support for us, and I'm really grateful for everybody who've contributed, because it really allowed us to stay here and get an education that I've always dreamed about, because my education back in Ukraine was interrupted.
I want to offer my sincere, heartfelt thanks to you, Kathy, for funding this project and making possible what I think these students believe would be impossible.
My name is Rick Beard. I'm currently a gift officer in the advancement office at Lebanon Valley College. I've been here since 1990. I've been working here.
That's the year I was born.
Cut. How is it that I get the blooper reel? Well, I probably first met Frank and Gail Retrieve back in the mid-90s. At every turn you would go to, if it was homecoming or if you were having a golf tournament, Frank and Gail were always there. Not only there participating, but they were a big part of helping us to organize things, and really were kind of, a lot of times, the glue that kept bringing groups of people back. So it's always been a lot of fun having them back on campus. If you wanted to define what great alums are, there would be a picture of Frank and Gail Retrieve.
So obviously the scholarships help students to attend LVC, but the endowed funds, depending on what they're for, can be incredibly important. So for example, in the biology department, we have an equipment fund that we share with the chemistry department. So what that allows us to do is to buy equipment that would be beyond sort of the means of our normal yearly budget, but we're able to get that because of the endowed funds, and then that makes both the classroom and the research experience for students a lot better because they have access to more sophisticated equipment. The Morrison Scholarship Fund has been extremely valuable to the biology department. One of our students, Brady Moyer, has been the recipient of this scholarship for the past 3 years, and Brady's just a delightful student. I've had him in multiple classes. He's going to be a successful person once he leaves LVC and a very good representative of what LVC is all about. So I think we can be very proud of him and thank the Morrisons for making that possible for him.
So I can give you a little bit of background about Glenn. So I first met Glenn, maybe 2015. I got a sense of who he was and what he wanted to do. And he was very much driven, is very much driven by supporting students in the way that he was supported and giving students those experiences that he really felt were pivotal for him. And so, being an industrial chemist himself, he really wanted to make sure that students get an opportunity to interact with people from that career path who actually wind up in an industrial setting. There are lots of people that we can bring to campus because they're a professor here, a professor there, but he wanted to ensure that we actually make sure our students are in touch with those individuals who've been in industry and know that that's a viable career path for them.
We're very excited about the most recent capital construction project from Donna Winch. We're going to install much needed technology in the recently renovated choral organ room. The room is beautiful, but lacks technology. And so we're going to have things like a really nice sound system, an audio cabinet that allows us to listen to music at a high quality. It's also going to have 2 cameras, one at the back to video conducting students, and then we can replay that on the screen, and then one in the front that will have a camera on the choir. And one of the things I'm excited about is we'll actually be able to FaceTime or Zoom or Teams in with living composers, and they'll be able to work with us almost like they're in the room. So it's not just a little bit of technology, it's a lot of technology that's really going to help not only the way that we teach in there, but the way that the students experience their education at LVC.
I'm particularly grateful for the generosity of John and Janine Wagner. They've made gifts in a variety of different areas, all key important areas in the college. So I think about their support of baseball. Baseball is one of our strongest athletics teams, and they play in a beautiful facility on campus, and their support just allows our coach, Jonas Vesta, to really continue to strive for excellence with the students. Then I think about their gifts in the health sciences. We have amazing facilities on the north side of campus. The Arnold Health Professions Pavilion has had an amazing impact on many of our health science programs, notably PT, exercise science, athletic training. And your gift has really helped us enhance and deliver that high quality, state-of-the-art education. And then finally, your support of nursing. Nursing is probably our newest health science program, and your support of scholarship in nursing, again, is particularly critical as a nursing education is expensive to deliver with all of the high-tech equipment and laboratory work that's needed to train nurses, but they are so needed in our community. And so the capacity to offer scholarships allows us to be able to bring the very best and brightest students to LVC to train in an amazing facility and go on and carve their own paths in the healthcare system as a service to others.
My name is Dr. Treva Clark. I'm the chair of the Department of Business Accounting and Economics and director of graduate programs in business. I had a great opportunity to serve as a faculty trustee on the Board of Trustees. And one of the friendships that I made as part of that experience was getting to know Joe Rillat. He was so interested in learning about what are ways that we can help students. So he went to Fulton Financial, secured the funds that is now, a regular contribution into the Fulton Fund for Financial Literacy, I think is the actual title of it. But Joe was instrumental. Really, the friendship, I'll call it, that I've been able to create with Joe that gave us a chance to really collaborate and identify what would be a great way to be able to use those funds to directly help students.
If you could say one thing to the donors who support LVC, what would it be?
I would say thank you for believing in us and trusting us to use your funds wisely, and just being able to take what you've given us and turn it into something great and be able to take that with us as we graduate and go on into the world.
During my time as a Valley Bluecoat, I really got to see the impact that donor support makes on students. They're contributing so much money to our school and to students like us to succeed, so it only makes sense for us to contribute as much as we can on campus so we can succeed in the future.
Biggest thing that makes me excited about our future is knowing that we are the future, and that we can take everything that we've learned here, the things that we failed at, the things that we've thrived at, and take that and be a tangible representation of this campus wherever we end up, whether that's 20 minutes down the road across the country. So
I'd like to just offer my sincere thanks to all of our donors at whatever level you give. Your gifts make a difference. You change lives, you improve LVC, and you provide opportunities for our students in a whole different range, whether it's athletics, academics, or in student life. We couldn't do it without you. We're grateful for your support. Thank you.